Hey there, welcome to the channel. My name is James, and here at 20th and 21st Movies, we are about all things cinema. All right, it's an exciting time of the year. It's October, early October at the time I'm recording this video. I am so excited about 31 Days of Horror. I'm enjoying watching these horror titles. I just watched Talk to Me last night. Gonna watch The Mist this weekend, and I'm just loving these horror titles that I'm discovering this time of the year. I love the fact that the weather is changing. It's getting a little cooler. We're finally snapping that summer heat, at least for now. You never know with this Georgia weather, things can go up and down. But I think we've pretty much moved past the summer weather. We're now getting that nice cooler weather in the early days of fall. The leaves are going to be changing pretty soon. It's just a great time of the year. It's also a great time of the year to start thinking about these upcoming sales that we expect to happen in the Criterion space. So we expect to see some 50% off Criterion collection deals coming up very soon. Usually Barnes & Noble holds a November 50% off Criterion collection sale for the month of November. So if that history holds up, we ought to be seeing a sale from Barnes & Noble pretty soon. So we'll be on the lookout for that. And also Criterion.com has usually held a 24-hour flash sale. The last several years, they've held one in October. So there might be, I say might be, a possibility we'll see a 24-hour flash sale on the Criterion.com site. So if that happens, we'll be on the lookout for that. So given these sales that could potentially happen, I thought it'd be a good time to come in here and share with you my recommendations for Criterion Collection titles. So I have a stack of 7 recommendations right here. These are all bangers. These are all cannot miss recommendations that you need to consider for your collection. I'm going to share these with you on the other side of this. So let's go. All right, let's get into these Criterion Collection recommendations. So I've got 7 recommendations, 2 from this year. So 2 of these titles came out in 2023, 2 came out last year in 22, 2 of these came out in 2021, and 1 title came out in 2020. So I'm going to go through these titles right now. Let me know in the comment section below if you've seen these titles, what you think about them. I've reviewed 6 of these 7 titles, and they're all 100% stone cold bangers. Can't miss. I think I'm overselling this just a little bit, but I want to convey to you that these are all great titles. So the first one is After Hours on 4K. This is the Martin Scorsese film starring Griffin Dunne. He starred in An American Werewolf in London. He also co-produced Chilly Scenes of Winter that came out on Criterion earlier this year. And this is a Martin Scorsese film that came out on 4K a few months ago. Back in July, actually. It's spine number 1185 in the collection. This is a 1985 film from Martin Scorsese. This film was done by Scorsese at a really tough time in his life. He was going through some career challenges. He was in a valley in his life. And you hear about that in the special features. This is a very special film in his filmography. It's very different than a lot of the films he's made. And it's a great one. I really enjoyed watching this film for the first time back in July when I first got it. And it is absolutely worth picking up, especially if you are a Scorsese fan. It's basically about Griffin Dunne. His character is experiencing the worst night of his life after he runs into a woman at a bar played by Rosanna Arquette. And it is a wild and zany ride. Check this out. This man is a burglar. If you see him, stop him. After Hours. I love the art on this case. Isn't it nice? Nice colors. But yeah, looks nice on 4K. Really good film. One of the best special features you'll see this year is a discussion, a conversation between Martin Scorsese and writer Fran Lebowitz that appears on this disc. You do not want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. It is so good. A great discussion about this slice of his life during the time he was making this movie, and just, you know, reminiscing about times in New York City and his life where he was living at the time he was making this film. Really good stuff. You want to check this out. So that is After Hours on 4K. Also, probably my favorite release of the year so far from Criterion is my second recommendation. Thelma and Louise on 4K. The Ridley Scott film from 1991. This is a banger of a film. I saw it for the first time this year when this came out at the end of May, and it is an absolute killer release from Criterion. It comes in the digibook. It's spine 1180 in the collection. It's Ridley Scott's 1991 film starring Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis. You also have Brad Pitt in an early role in this film. Harvey Keitel is in this movie. There are two women on the run after things go wrong, as they're going on a weekend getaway. Some things kind of go in a bad direction and they end up on the road running from the authorities. Really good road trip movie. It's shot in the Southwest. Beautiful landscapes that this 4K disc absolutely captures beautifully. This is one of the best looking 4K discs that have come out in the last couple of years. It is stunningly gorgeous with those landscapes, the great cinematography from Ridley Scott and his team. Brilliant film, beautiful acting from the leads and from all the actors. Gina Davis, Susan Sarandon, wonderful as Thelma and Louise, and I just cannot recommend this enough. I really love this film. This might be my favorite Ridley Scott film. So, Thelma and Louise from 1991. So yeah, for 2023, these titles came out this year, and these are my 2023 releases that I would recommend in this video. After Hours on 4K and Thelma and Louise on 4K. You cannot go wrong with those. All right, 2022. Billy Wilder's Double Indemnity, 1944, spine number 1126 in the Criterion Collection. This is an absolute banger of a film. It is film noir at its best. This is the granddaddy of film noir films. You definitely need to check this movie out. If you like film noir, if you like Billy Wilder, this stars Fred MacMurray, Barbara Stanwyck, and Edward G. Robinson. Absolutely brilliant movie. Barbara Stanwyck is playing a woman, Phyllis Dietrichson, who is tired of her husband. She basically finagles Walter Neff, played by Fred MacMurray, an insurance salesman. She basically swindles him and seduces him into an insurance scam to get her husband killed. Fantastic film. Beautifully written, masterfully written by Billy Wilder, and just a great film noir. Edward G. Robinson is fantastic in this film. He is part of the life in this film. It's just brilliantly written, brilliantly directed, brilliantly executed. One of the best film noirs you'll ever see, and one of the best written films that you will see even to this day, nearly 80 years later. Double Indemnity. Great 4K release. You see Barbara Stanwyck's Phyllis Dietrichson here. The front and back of the case. This is spine number 1126 in the collection. It's on 4K Ultra HD. Beautiful black and white photography. Dolby Vision. Nice presentation. Fantastic. Double Indemnity is a cannot miss. I'm mispronouncing things. Cannot miss release. You got to get Double Indemnity. You also need to strongly consider getting Shaft on 4K. This is the Gordon Parks film starring Richard Roundtree. This is spine number 1130 in the collection, and this is absolutely fantastic release. It came out in June of 2022, and this is a great release. It's on 4K Ultra HD, Dolby Vision. This film is a blaxploitation film, stars Richard Roundtree in the title character Shaft. He's a PI, private detective, and he's called in to investigate a crime. And it's just a classic blaxploitation adventure, and it is fantastic. Has that classic, iconic music from Isaac Hayes, Shaft, and that wonderful score. The special features do a nice job of really showing, Isaac Hayes and describing the process of developing the score. You have included in this package, you have Shaft's big score on Blu-ray, which is the first sequel of Shaft. You, of course, have Shaft on this 4K disc right here. And you also have another Blu-ray that has Shaft on it. But it includes another movie, the first sequel to Shaft. Now, it does not include Shaft in Africa. That's the third sequel, the third movie in the series. But you do have the first sequel included in this package. Great package, great special features that talk about Gordon Parks, the director, Isaac Hayes, the composer of the score. Fantastic package all the way around of a great film from the early 1970s. Showcases early 70s New York so well, and I love films that do that, and it looks beautiful on 4K with that Dolby Vision. Just a banger of a release. So for 2022, you can't go wrong with Double Indemnity on 4K or Shaft on 4K. These are can't miss home run pickups. All right, that brings us to 2021. Got two more recommendations, both on Blu-ray. The first being Joyce Chopra's Smooth Talk. This is Spine 1068 in the Criterion Collection. It is Laura Dern's feature film debut as an actress. You also have Treat Williams, who appears in this. Treat Williams recently passed away, but he appears in this film as a menacing character. You have Laura Dern, who is a young teenager, around 15 years old, 16 years old. Coming of age story. She's trying to find herself and discover herself, and she encounters a rather scary situation with Treat Williams' character. Now I'll leave it at that. But it's just a fantastic coming of age film by Joyce Chopra. It's from 1985, and it's called Smooth Talk. You open this up, see the inside here, and you have a nice, pretty nice thick book, thick stapled booklet here, which is nice. Has some pictures in here, including this picture here, which is a very pivotal moment in the film. But just a really nice release all the way around. Look on the inside here. You'll see Frank's, which is the hot dog bar. See Laura Dern and her friends looking on there. Fantastic. But this release includes one of the best supplements you'll ever see, called Joyce at 34. That's included in the supplements here, and it is absolutely fantastic. That supplement also appears on the Girlfriends release that came out the year before in 2020. So it's a great supplement that's included on this release that you'll want to consider, as well as, of course, Smooth Talk itself. Great release. Highly, highly recommended. It's great to see Laura Dern in one of her first roles. Also in 2021, another film from the great director Bong Joon-ho was released by Criterion. Spine 1073, Memories of Murder. This is a good one, folks. Directed by Bong Joon-ho, and it is absolutely fantastic. It is from 2003, 131 minutes. It's in color, and it is a film from Bong Joon-ho, and it's a really good one. And this is, of course, the director of Parasite and other great films like The Host. Bong Joon-ho is an absolute master, and he just delivers with this film. It's so, so good. It's basically his breakthrough second feature. Bong Joon-ho explodes the conventions of the policier with thrillingly subversive, genre-defying results. Based on the true story of a string of serial killings that rocked a rural community in the 1980s. So it's based on a true story. Memories of Murder stars new Korean cinema icon Song Kang-ho. So he was new at the time. Song Kang-ho is one of the dads in Parasite. So he's the dad of the poor family in Parasite. He stars in Memories of Murder here. Just a fantastic film. He's a local police officer who reluctantly joins forces with a seasoned soul detective, played by Kim Sang-kyung, to investigate the crimes, leading each man on a wrenching, years-long odyssey of failure and frustration that will drive him to the existential edge. So, great film, highly recommended. Memories of Murder. It's on Blu-ray from the Criterion Collection, and I cannot recommend it enough. It came out in 2021. Looks nice on this Blu-ray disc. It's based on a 4K restoration. Smooth Talk is also based on a 4K digital transfer, and these are both highly recommended titles from 2021. Smooth Talk and Memories of Murder. Both winners, bangers, can't go wrong. So that's 6 titles down, 1 title to go. This title that came out in 2020 is an upgrade over a DVD that's been in the collection for a while, since I think 1999. And this release is on Blu-ray from 2020. Is Spine 47. It's Insomnia. The film from Eric Skoldberg. This is a Scandinavian film, fantastic film that stars Stellan Skarsgård as a Swedish detective who's called in to investigate a murder of a girl. He has a checkered past, and that past and the demons of his past catch up with him while he's undergoing this investigation. It's a very complex web that he's involved in. What a film. What a film. What a movie. Highly, highly recommend it. It's called Insomnia because of the location. This is in Norway, I think very close to the pole. And because of that, at this time of the year, it's daytime 24 hours a day. The sun never sets. It's sunlight all day long. And so for someone that's new to that area, it's very hard for them to sleep and adjust to those conditions. That's why it's called Insomnia. This film is from 1997. It's a brilliant film that actually spawned an American remake right here from, I think, 2002, 5 years later or something like that. Yeah, 2002, that stars Al Pacino, Robin Williams, Hilary Swank. Brilliant film. This new film, or this remake, is based in Alaska. Same dynamic, where it's in an area of Alaska that's experiencing that 24-hour daylight cycle and causing insomnia. Al Pacino is the detective brought in this case, from, I think, from LA, and he's brought in to investigate. He has a checkered past. Very similar story to the story in the original film, and I just cannot recommend this enough. It's a really good release from Criterion. You have a staple booklet. You know, over here, you might be able to make out the silhouette of Stellan Skarsgård's face on it. And you get, of course, in this case, I got the dual format edition. So this, if you were to get this now, it's probably just going to be just a Blu-ray edition. But you get a nice staple booklet, Stellan Skarsgård's face on there, which is cool. And it's just a really nice release. It doesn't have a ton of special features. It really only has a conversation between the director Eric Skoldberg and actor Stellan Skarsgård, a couple of short films, and that's about it, a trailer. So, and you get that booklet. So it's not packed with features, but it's a really nice film, and I highly recommend watching these as a double feature. I think if you watch this original film and then watch this American remake, be a really good experience to watch all of that. So yeah, those are the 7 titles that I would recommend for this upcoming Criterion sale. So 2023 releases After Hours on 4K and Thelma and Louise. 2022 releases Double Indemnity and Shaft both on 4K. I would recommend these 2 Blu-ray releases from 2021 of Memories of Murder and Smooth Talk, and the 2020 Blu-ray release of Insomnia. These are all can't miss titles that I highly recommend. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of these releases? Do you like these films? Do you like these releases from Criterion? What Criterion titles are you most excited about picking up in this upcoming sale? And what horror titles are you enjoying this time of the year? Let me know all that goodness in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time at the movies. Peace.